What's everyone? This is Vlog51. We're going to start this on YouTube now. Hopefully it'll be a normal thing. Hopefully weekly. We'll be racing every other week this year. We're going to follow my racing adventures throughout the year as a vlog style with the 51 car, which is right here. And we'll also be doing stuff where we'll be working on it, or if we go to a track with maybe someone else, we'll be tagging along with them and showing you content from the Midwest racing around here. So on today's episode, we are watching some racing right now at the Dells and their icebreaker. We weren't able to go. We had too much stuff to do at home, and just was better off trying to multitask, kind of watch some racing and work on some racing stuff. So for today, we've been going to try to get some organization done. Kind of a backstory: we never really had a covered trailer till last year for Oktoberfest. So to make our life easier at the track and coming back from the track, we have a pit cart now. So with the pit cart, we're going to try to put all of the tools we have from my toolboxes around the garage and whatever else we might need. We're going to put that into the pit cart so that it always stays with the car and there's no question where anything is or did we forget anything. So hopefully that helps us a little bit of organization this year. And then we also have to finish up some stuff on the race car. So some of the stuff we got to finish up on the race car is the fuel cell had a leak in it. This is the old bladder. This one was pretty old, and we did pressure test it. I pressure tested it last year, and we still had some leaks coming out of it once in a while. So just to eliminate the problem completely, I decided to order a new one. So we have a new cell that came in. We'll put that in hopefully today also. It's an ATL cell. Same dimensions as the last one. We put it into that bin. We're going to clean the fuel cell holder out. And then we'll put that back in the car for today. And then one other project we have to do today too is to finish up mounting the helmet hose, because I got a new helmet as a gift this year from my lovely girlfriend Lauren. So I know it might be hard to see. Let me turn the light on here. That's the new helmet. It's what I always wanted. Stylo. Pretty excited about that. But we're gonna hook up a helmet hose. I've never had one. We're not gonna run a blower. We're just gonna have a straight air system, so when the car is going, then we'll have the air. But basically that's the plan for today. Long term though, we have to get the motor. The motor was freshened last year, but we have some oil leaks that we want to take care of, so we're gonna put some gaskets on it. I mean, it's some new plug wires also. Those ones are a little bit old. I didn't replace them last year, but I figured this year would be a good thing to do that. So when we get those in, we'll be doing that. The motor I'm going to either drop off, or we're going to do, I haven't, we had plans to do it, but a couple things came up, so I might be dropping it back off at the motor builder and asking him to do it just so it gets done correctly. And that way I can't screw it up. Basically, that's how I put it. When it comes to racing, I like doing everything. I don't know enough about motors to even... I can do little stuff, don't get me wrong, but at the same point in time, I like to make sure it's right. So that's one less thing. I trust someone who's been doing it a long time. He'll get it squared up for us. Other than that, I guess we're going to get to work. We're going to roll out the pit cart out of the hauler. As you can see, the garage is a bit of a mess, but that's what you get with a two-stall garage and trying to make a race car work out of it. But a lot of people like that. So we're gonna get the pit cart out. We'll transfer the tools over into that. Once we get the tools transferred, then we will go ahead and tackle the fuel cell probably right away too. So looks like we're gonna have to do some vinyl work also. So this is the new pit cart for 2021. I know, and I know a couple crew members, which you'll meet later on in some vlogs, are super happy about this because we will be able to keep everything in here, and it's a really big improvement compared to what we were using. So big shout out to Matt Pyburn for working with me and getting me a really good deal on it. He might not even recognize it if he does watch this, because before it did not have that toolbox in there. I ended up cutting it down the middle and basically parting the C's, if you will, and welded it all back together to put that toolbox and fit that in there. So that changed some of the compartments around the back and around the inside. It's not quite done. I still got some tin work to do. I'm gonna have to go pick up some tin work. There's some tin so I can actually cut it to the back needs a piece, and the back doors do. And I need to put latches in yet. But probably gonna put some peg boards up here, some lights, and then, you know, wrap some, maybe like a little box around here for fluids or who knows what. But either way, super excited about that, because that's a big improvement for us. Little by little, we are making our race team bigger and more of an actual kind of an operation, if you will. So I'm going to show you what we were using before to show you how big of an improvement this is for us personally. All right, so this is the toolbox we were using before we got the covered trailer. We had an open trailer. So it's hard to get all of our tools to the track with just like a regular toolbox, because it always felt like we were missing something. So what I did was I bought this cart from, I want to say it might be a Harbor Freight. Either way, bought it, and we would hoist the thing up in the back of the pickup. I had all of our chargers down there, little power outlet. Definitely served its purpose, but you know, they made these holders too. So I had a tire gauge holder, and that was for the impact, stuff like that. Those I probably will take off and maybe put them on the pegboard or somewhere around in here. But again, super excited to have this year. I think it's just going to be one more awesome tool for us to be more organized and be able to at least make sure we have everything and we're not always double checking when we leave for the track. So save us some time in the long run too. So we will get to use this. May 8th is going to be our first race. That is going to be at Dells Raceway Park. I believe gates open 4:30. Don't quote me on that. When we get closer, I'll give you the times so you guys can plan to be there. It's a great facility, awesome place to race. Super friendly staff. Love going there. The last time we went there, we won, and that was a huge deal because that was the first night we had the Kalahari on the car. They were there, and then we won this awesome trophy here. And for everybody who's watching that's not from the Midwest or not around this parts, if you will, Steve Parsons puts on a memorial trophy tour in honor of his daughter for donors. So Steve always has all these awesome trophies, and he's doing it again this year. So hopefully we get another one. Big thanks to him if he sees this for what the program he does. It's just awesome to have. But to get back to the carts, what we're going to do is we are going to go through everything in this, get it into there, or at least a home for it. Same with that toolbox back there, you can see. So we will, I'll show you maybe the end product of what we got going on kind of in the boxes. It's probably not going to be that exciting, but it's just something we need to do today, so we will have you along for it. Alright, so I got most of the tools put in here for now. We're missing a couple sockets and so on and so forth. But for for right now, it's going to work just great for us. Obviously, we have enough wrenches. I'm going to have to figure something out to make it look more like that. We got all our pliers, so on and so forth. So super happy with how this is going so far. But that's basically what we got going on. Very excited for that. So for now, though, we're going to change gears. And since I kind of, like I said, I got to buy a couple more things to finish it off between the pegboard, some little shelvings maybe, and the lights, so on and so forth. But for now, we're going to change gears, and we're going to start working on the fuel cell. So that is the new cell from ATL, and we're going to be putting into that once I wash that out. So I'm going to unbox what we got here. Like I said, this one had a small leak, so what we're going to have to do is take this top plate off, clean it obviously, and put on the new cell, which will then go into there, and so on and so forth. So for now, though, we're going to unbox this. Alright, so I got unboxed. This is the new cell. And looks like it came with a new pair of glasses. Kinda neat. And then certificates, gaskets, so on and so forth. Like I said, we're going to take that plate there, put it under there with the new gasket, put it in the car, or in the pan first, then back in the car. We got to make sure that we get the fill, or the line that goes to the fuel line in the right spot. And we're going to go ahead and start doing that right now. So I was doing some reading, and it seems like they make a lot of different products. Not sponsored by them, but they do have really nice stuff. So if you guys need a fuel cell, I ended up ordering this one from Pit Stop USA. Like I said, it's an ATL cell. Alright, just so everybody's kind of aware. Yeah, it's my snowblower sitting outside because we are from Wisconsin. But what I use for a spray is SD20. You can see that stuff works awesome. I'd highly recommend it. Use it. It's really good for like brake dust on rims, stuff like that. Really good degreaser, so I'd highly recommend it. Get on Amazon for a case or so. That, it does not smell bad.
Slow him down, Dalton's here. Hit Jordan Field. Get to the green. Dalton's here at Jordan Field. And why do we need a field with motion 100 laps, $5,000 on the line. And we are green. Line this time as they cruise the 4-8-4-0 escapes for the moment. But it's Johnson who's really got that car hooked up down low. Got to look to the inside. Zero too much momentum on top though. He keeps Johnson in the leaders. Maybe that's the wall. Goes to the inside. It's Johnson side by side with the lead. He gets back to the numbers and now trying to get inches way to the front spot. But still hanging on Dalton's here. He always runs the high line and he can get off the corner a little bit better. here, a real technician behind the wheel. Johnson, an old school guy who really likes round on the top two as they continue to do their slicing and dicing with 86 laps remaining. Brady Bill, the 602 late model champion from a season ago, watching this Casey Johnson. Still a lot of time for things to bring themselves out here, so you don't want to catch your chickens too early as we seize here. Again, closing in, but now it looks like maybe Field has that car coming back to him. The guys will set him up for the longer run. He's closing in, trying to put some challenges in on Brady Bill. Casey Johnson is the leader, and when we head into the Del Prairie Autobody restart zone, he is all zero after. But Johnson is the quote-unquote control car, so he's the one who sets the pace. And then a pair of Jordans, not Air Jordans, Jordan Field and Jordan DeVoy, in row 2 to Boy. So yeah, a lot of racers got all kinds of different backgrounds. I think that Brady Bill maybe even came from the motocross racing background. Yeah, that is very true. And, you know, the thing about the motocross racing is very hard on the body. Like snowmobile racing. Yeah, so believe it or not, a little bit less wear and tear on the body anyway inside the race car, which is kind of the way Bill is leaning now. Sounds like he's going to have a pretty busy summer. He'll be here for only alive for 5 races. He's going to hit a few here and there. It sounds like he's running for Thunder Super Limited Series rookie here as well. Looking pretty good to start off. A little bit of a hiccup there, but good on Brady Bill for both of his sportsmanship. Moves on the road. Gentlemen's a greater climb back. That's good fun. And a promising little spot for the rest of the race. Sounds like they might want to take over the 44th Mike Litchfield in case there was a little bit of debris hanging off of that machine. He kind of got into the collaterals of that spin.
So I kind of ran into an issue here. Everything fits right. It's just the bolts that go into here. This is what I had, and not only are they too short, they're not the right thread, I don't believe. So it looks like I'm gonna have to run to the hardware store. I'm guessing it's metric then. All right. Upon further review, the race is going on behind me, by the way. Upon further review, the hardware store is closed. It's too late on a Sunday to go there. So the fuel cell's going to have to wait till the next time I'm able to put it in. Good news is it's going to fit. It's not going to leak. Just got to get different bolts for it. Not a big deal. So we're going to turn our attention to something else, at least try to get some more stuff done. We're going to try to finish up, which shouldn't take us long. We're going to try to finish up the hose to go for the helmet, and then maybe brainstorm something to hold the hose up there somehow, some way for now. Okay, so I already went ahead and cut the hole in the side window for the vent and got that buttoned in, and below that is not like an oil heater or anything. That is actually for the battery charger to plug into, which is this battery charger. Got this on Amazon. Made the mount myself to go on the door, that way it always stays with the car, kind of handy. So with this hose, I'm just going to put a simple hose clamp back around there, and I have painted a hose clamp because personally I like to have everything black, flat black, matte black, gloss black. Just to me always looks better on stuff. So for now, I painted this a couple days ago, so the paint's nice and dry. Then that way too it'll kind of conceal you with this silver thing holding on there. So we're gonna put that on, and then that should be another thing off the checklist to do. We got a couple things left to do on the interior. As you can see, our oil gauge was leaking, oil pressure gauge was leaking oil even. So I'm going to replace that at some point, hopefully soon. We'll order a new one, and then rewire that in so the lights work. And then we also need to look into working on that switch in the right corner, but that will probably be videos later on. But for now, we're going to finish up the helmet hose, and we'll see how that goes. Got the hose clamp on the hose, and super happy how it turned out because I think the flat black looks really nice on there. It's probably gonna be hard to see because of the glare, but you can't even see it, which is actually probably a good thing because that's what I wanted. I wanted to make it look like, you know, nothing's really there. It's kind of like how the clean look looks. So now the issue is I have all this excess hose. I mean, it's not a bad deal, I guess, but quite a bit of extra hose. So like I said, I'd like to get something that would hold it kind of where my helmet might be. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to see what I got laying around the shop and see if I can't find something that I can kind of make work. So I have nothing to make that piece that I need, sadly. I'd like to find something to make that work. But for now, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to order something. I think it's like a clamp that goes around the roll bar, maybe twists down to another circle that's about the same diameter. I can feed the hose through, and then that way at least it has something to kind of guide it. And there should be enough excess there that there's plenty to pull back and forth on. The good news is we're kind of getting close to being done with the car. Just got to wait on a couple parts to come. When the parts come, we'll be able to button it up. Now, since we got this time to talk about buttoning stuff up and so on, again, May 8th is our first race. It's going to be at Dell's. That's going to be with their Sportsman division. This is a mid-am car. For anybody not familiar with what a mid-am car is, it is a metric frame. You're allowed to do some modifications, like we can run tubular upper control arms, but the mounts themselves are a stock mount versus what some of the other, you know, Sportsman classes can run. So usually the mid-am class runs a 4-barrel carburetor. When we run with the Sportsmans, or when we go to Golden Sands run with super stocks, it's another different division, but same rules. We have to run 2-barrel. So throughout this vlog series this year, you'll probably see us switching carburetors a lot between 2 and 4, and we'll let you know when we do, so that you know what we're going to be running and so on and so forth. So that's just kind of a little bit of what's, you know, what the 51 car is. Like I said, mid-am. Run it as a Sportsman this year, super stock, and mid-am. We're going to go to different tracks. We're going to go to the Dells, Golden Sands Speedway, Marshfield, La Crosse. Maybe talks about some other places. We'll see what happens. We have a couple options to go places now. So as of now, if you want to find our schedule, look us up on Facebook. It's at Kevin Berg Motorsports. That has the list of our schedule as of now. It can change, so but that is at least gives you an idea where we're going to go and what we're going to do. Also, while you're at that page, give that a like. That helps us out also. So for now, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to finish watching the race, make some dinner. But I want to thank you guys for watching. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be huge. I want to see kind of how this goes. It'd be really nice to see some feedback. Leave a comment, questions, any ideas that I might need, either for the pit card or even for the helmet hose that anybody thinks of. I'm all ears on ideas and suggestions. But again, I want to thank you for watching Vlog 51, and we'll see you the next time we're out in the shop working.